What's going on, guys? Back at you guys with another presentation. In this presentation, guys, I want to talk about isn't it funny that people have more respect for the dead than the living? You know, it was just something I was thinking about to myself. Like, it's crazy how people respect the dead more than the living. People do not have respect for the living. And what got me on this train is I was watching a presentation from a content creator earlier, and one thing my father told me a long time ago, he was always saying that, you know, it's all about what you leave behind when you're gone. But I was just thinking to myself, like, when some people pass away, nobody's gonna have anything good to say about them when they pass away. Some people, when they pass away, the only thing people gonna have to say about them is something negative. And it just really got me to thinking to myself, like, you know, really got me to thinking, like, you know, it's funny how people, when someone passes away, you know, people, they'll give their respects, you know, but these same people won't pay respect to the living, you know. It's crazy. You guys have heard the saying before, why do people have more respect for the dead than the living? You know, when you was alive, people didn't reach out. They didn't have nothing good to say. But when you die, they have all the good things to say in the world when you're dead. That goes to show the nature of people. And a lot of people like to be willfully ignorant. A lot of people like to be willfully ignorant. You got a lot of people, they like to ignore things that are right in their face, like a dummy. They like to ignore the obvious, like a dummy. Because I believe most people are narcissistic demons, and they have demons working in them, and they have demons influencing their train of thought. And I'm not here to get preachy, I'm not here to get spiritual, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. See, a lot of people can't handle somebody who real and official. Some people just can't handle it. Sometimes you can be too real for people, and they just can't handle that amount of realness because they too fake. Most people will act like they had all this love for a person when they're dead, but while they're alive, they don't pay homage to this person. They don't reach out to this person. They don't show this person no love while they're alive. None whatsoever. That just go to show you how fake people are. You got all these good things to say about a person when they're dead, but you don't have nothing good to say about them while they're alive. That goes to show that you're a fake individual. But this is the way that most people are nowadays. They got all this love for the dead, but they don't have no love for the living, you know? And it's really sad when you think about it, how, you know, people got all this love and respect for people who are dead, but they don't have no love and respect for the living. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. And, you know, but that just goes to show you the nature of people. People have all this love, and it's funny how people like to be fake. And, you know, you go to certain funerals when a person has passed on, people got all this good stuff to say about a person when they done passed away. But when a person was alive, you know, these same people, they didn't have nothing good to say about they didn't have nothing good to say about these people while they was alive. When they was alive, all they had to say, they didn't have nothing to say about it, you know? It's funny how people want to pay their respect and they want to show all this love when a person has passed on, but while the person was alive, they didn't have nothing. They didn't have no love to give. They didn't have nothing of significant value to say about the person. But now that they dead, they got all this love to give. And it just go to show you how fake people are. And it got me to thinking, you know, you got some people, they didn't have nothing positive to say about you while you was alive. When you dead, they ain't gonna have nothing positive to say either. There are people like this. There are some people, they don't have nothing positive to say about you now. And if you was to die, they won't have anything positive to say about you then either. People are fake, guys. And that's what you got to keep in your mind. People are fake, they phony, they full of you know what, full of yeah. That's what people are full of. And a lot of people love to act like they got love for people, and they love to act like they so sincere and like they care for a person. And it's always tripped me out how people have all this love and they have all this respect for people who are dead, but people who are alive and well, people don't give their flowers to these people. You know, why not give your flowers to a person while they're alive and well and in good health? That's the time you should be giving your flowers to a person, not when they're dead and gone. But you know, that's the world we live in. This is the society we live in. People love to give their flowers and give out their love and act like they were so sincere when a person is dead. But when you alive, they act like they can't show no love when you alive. But they'll show all this love to a dead man. You know? I mean, how fake and phony people are, it really blows me. It really blows me how fake and phony people really are. You know? And people of today are possessed by the devil. I truly believe that. I believe most people nowadays walking around in society are possessed by demons. They have demons giving them secret information, and they have demons that are putting thoughts in their head, putting thought patterns in their head. It's demon possession is at an all-time high. A lot of people got demons in them nowadays. I believe this is why people are so on edge and why people are so mad. And inflation and, you know, what's going on, you know, in the government doesn't make it any better. But a lot of people got demons working in them. They got evil spirits working in them. And I'm just here to tell you, pay homage to the living. Don't pay homage to a person when they dead. I mean, it doesn't do anything to show love to a person when they're dead and gone. Why not show love to a person while they're here, while they're alive and well in good health? I'm just saying, you don't have to listen to what I got to say. I'm just a messenger, but I'm just saying, like, you know, that's something I've never been able to understand, why people have more love and more respect for the dead than the living. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense at all. You know, but this is the world that we live in, guys. My mentality is, if you don't have nothing good to say to me while I'm here, don't try to conjure up no BS to say, you know, don't try to conjure up no fake story to give when I'm gone. Because you didn't have nothing positive to say to me while I was here. You know, just be real. Because that's what I believe in anyway. I believe in being real. Screw all that fakery. We got enough of that. You know? But you guys have a good one. Let me know what you think about people having more love and showing more respect to the dead than the living. I think it's backwards. Why not give a person their flowers while they're here? I'm just saying, you know? That's just some food for thought. But you guys have a good evening. Happy Monday. Talk to you soon.